'cause I've heard it all. You were just pain when you felt it all. Oh. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, gave my all to you. All you did was tell me
Oh, this is an all-out right here. Many DDTs. Now Matt is afforded. Bacon's going to defend. Now the tight ceramics. Here it is to win the game. DDT's underneath. Bacon's trying to micro. The door is not going to work. No, yes, it's Ray of Doom. He gets Ray of Doom. It's going to work.
Ray of Doom solos. Cross-pathing the trap. What's that going to
Here's headed Bacon's way. Oh, Yellow is so dead. He's dead a million times over.
No, he's defending.
No, he's defending. It's incredible. They can send more and more to try and win.
He got boost back. He got boost back. He still has turrets up from his Sexpert.
Oh, who's going to win? It's a race to the finish. Which Rush makes it through? Yellow wins. Yellow wins.
It's not like Mao is completely down and out of this just yet. He still has some farms and some eco.
He has less eco, less farms, less lives, less farms, worse defense.
I'm trying to make Mao feel better. Oh, look at this, a check Rainbow Rush from Funny Name.
Gets a sharpshooter, but his shot's not very
That's
good.
gonna force game 5 right away.
Okay, so generally Hollow Masters players are the players with the most experience in the game. They are very flexible and usually focus on several strategies that work.
Oh, boosted camo purples! Oh no! No, it's over! It's over! Clone, shut up. We're not reading that. We're not reading that.
No way.
That is a really ill-informed move.
That doesn't defend. Did you see that 3-2-0 blue defend?
Here's a ball of light.
What?
Oh, look at...
Wait! What?
Wait.
We were going down and then it switched.
Oh, he's trying to micro the ice, but it's not going to work. Or is it? What? He's still alive. Now Bacon in the catbird seat.
I think Fish is okay here.
To win the game. Gotta get the Quincy 10 to have a chance.
You got?
Now Bacon coming back for more. Again to win the game.
TT4. No, the purples. The purples are gonna kill.
Oh, it's the counter rush. Yellow's gonna try it anyways. Churchill 10 coming out, destroys the Moabs. Yellow still needs to defend on his side of the screen. Oh! We live? I think we're live. Welcome everybody to B2 Popology. The weeklies. You know, we're running one of them weeklies again. It's been a while, been a couple weeks since I've commentated one of these things, and actually it's been just a couple weeks in general since I've been involved with the game. So I don't even know what week number this is that we're on. We're probably at like, I don't know, like 20 something or something. Welcome to the chats. If you're listening to me in the chats, then do type Heli Ice in the chats. So, you know, just wave a little hi, right? There we go. There's a Heli Ice. There's another Heli Ice. That's 2 of them so far. We're off to a good start. And there we go. There's a 3rd one. There's a 4th one. All right. I see you guys in the chat. I see you guys ready to watch some balloons get played. Ready to play some balloons, maybe. For some of you. Whew. I got a little I don't know. I might actually have like the onset of like an infection or something. So, maybe that's why my voice just isn't like quite where it's normally at. But there you see our format for today. We got 9 players lined up. We got some best of 3s here for round 1 through the semifinals, and then we got a best of 5 finals. Just waiting for some games to get started here. And we are started. Okay. Very cool. So, here's the best 3 series between Super Tiger and Anyar. And now that stream is not live. Now it is live. There we go. All right. So, been a while since I've been in the since I've kind of been in the catbird seat here. Calling the action. I was kind of hoping to have like a second person alongside with me, giving some insights to what's happening. Because it's definitely been quite a bit for me. I haven't really been playing this game a lot, but you know I wanted to come back and kind of see what was happening in the game in the time since. So, Super Tiger versus Anyar, game 1 underway right here. You can see the setup from Super Tiger going Druid sub farm. What was the rule set this week, anyways? I need to look at that real quick. It's just standard rules. Okay, cool. Classic balloons. All right. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, if you could try and get somebody else in here, that would be that'd be great. So, yeah, the sniper nerfs. Again, the sniper went from being a great tower, overpowered tower, overwhelming tower, to a useless tower. Absolutely useless. They absolutely worked it. I don't know why they made it the way they did, but I mean, that's how it is sometimes. Super Tiger starting off with the Druid 102 star, getting some leaks down to about 50 lives. Okay, maybe a little hairy right there. And you're getting some stacks right there, getting a little layering on the boomerang. Shouldn't be too big of an issue though, trying to build up that farm to start off this game. And there you see Super Tiger trying to get his farm up as well, trying to match the energy here from Anyar. So, big thing to note here for these guys, again, Group Blue Eco being buffed some times ago in terms of efficiency, and Super Tiger, interestingly enough, using quite a bit of that Blue Eco here, not necessarily just to up his Eco, but more so to create pressure on Anyar. As he tries to make this Boomer start work, I think he's going to try and build into 2-3-0 Boomer, 0-3-2 Boomer here to give himself some survivability here on round 5. Now round 5, Group White's coming out. Super Tiger upgrading his Druid to XX3 as Cologne has joined us in the booth. Cologne,
Yep.
welcome to another edition
Sorry for
of Popology
a little
Weekly.
late.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been quite a bit since I've played a game of Balloons, or really just been keeping up with the community. So what kind of changes have we seen lately in the meta? How's that going to impact the games we see in today's tournament?
It's mostly just been Sniper. Sniper took over the meta for a little bit. They buffed Shrapnel a lot, and now they just made Shrapnel not appear for Bouncing Bullet, which kind of killed the entire tower. And now we're just kind of stuck in a position where we don't really know what's good and what's not.
Right.
If I were to guess, we'll probably go back to ND Farm Ace and Dart Farm Mortar kind of meta strategies, but it's kind of hard to tell.
I mean, we're still at a point though where like they nerfed Group Black Eco, right? So I feel like if you want the same income power that you used to have, right, you'd have to pick Bonnie, no?
You can still make do with Group Pinks because those were completely untouched.
Okay.
So you can just mix Group Pinks and Group Yellows and have a pretty similar effect. Obviously, it's not as strong.
Boost headed
but,
Super Tiger's way. He's being boosted. Group Yellows, trying to handle it without boost, gets the 203 Druid to respond. Because Bramble's doing work as well.
Bramble possibly could have just tanked those actually, but maybe he just didn't know he could do that.
Pretty aggressive move there from Anyar, and he is leaving himself open to some Zebra pressure if he wants to. Instead, Super Tiger is actually just going to go and complete his third farm. Now taking the farm lead with 3 times 200 farms. Both these players right now lacking mandatory round 11 defense. You see Super Tiger starting to flaunt that defense, or what it could look like at least, if Anyar did decide to pressure. Floating the cash is Super Tiger. I assume Anyar here also floating cash, and Super Tiger's going to test out Anyar by sending a couple of those regen Zebras. Anyar going to respond with the more glaives, and it's somehow going to die to the rush. Anyar early bought more glaives in response to group Zebras and still dies to the rush anyways. Super Tiger goes up 1-0. What happened there, Cologne?
Well, he tried to get the income boost and not sell farm for more glaives, and then he just didn't do enough damage and re-go farmed.
I wonder if targeting actually played a factor there, because sometimes if you put more glaives on last, right, like it won't crush through those rushes the same way. I just wonder if that could have actually been a targeting issue, because I don't know, man.
No, he just bought it late, is the problem.
Yeah,
it took too long to react
there, which I think should not have happened. I just saw a tower, an unrushable tower, just get completely bum rushed and die.
Well, the unrushable tower that you're seeing is usually paired with Spike Factory and Mortar, which are more unrushable than the head.
Right.
So it usually feels stronger than it actually is.
All right, so Super Tiger up 1-0. You can also see the updated results here as Harris taking a 1-0 lead on Marzi. Here is your current bracket. Again, current live people include Fastnets and Super Tiger. So those are the two series that we can take watch on right now. And we're just waiting for either of these series to continue playing. So, speaking of series that needs to get resolved, we have Fastnet versus
BSY.
Fastnet versus. Yeah, I'll just call the other person K Destroyer. All right.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Now look at this
It's
strategy
interesting
here.
that he's using Sniper.
Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, he's using Sniper after, and this is what surprises me about the choice to use Sniper here, Cologne. I mean, they nerfed Sniper so bad that it doesn't even have the same income generation that it used to. And Sniper was not necessarily known for being great income generation prior to the Sniper nerfs, Cologne.
It was definitely strong, but it wasn't the best. It was sufficient to supply everything else though. You could go Striker Mortar and have enough money to usually live pretty late.
Right. Yeah, I just don't see exactly how Fastnet's gonna get the win with the tower that's just so weak right now. But in the meantime, let's check out the left side here. Let's check out K Destroyer. You see that he's got the dart. He's got Bonnie. Now that dart's in an anti-stall position, although he didn't get the anti-stall in round 2.
He's not going for anti-stall though. If he's going Bunny, he's almost certainly going when he goes strat. So using that spot for the dart is a little bit interesting.
Well, actually, yeah. Even if you wanted to anti-stall, I mean, with those Bonnie carts, it's gonna thwart. That would thwart plans to anti-stall. So this is an eco strategy.
Maybe the logic is that it'll be better to putting darts than spikeable as well. That might be the reason he's using that spot for trip darts instead of going for a spikeable.
I don't know. There's just so much weird stuff going on the left side of the screen, especially since you see that K Destroyer hasn't actually gone for like again they buffed Group Blue Eco recently, but he did not go for the Group Blue Eco on round 2 and 3.
Well, it's just mostly because Bonnie is just really strong for eco. To the point where you don't even send a group eco to usually have more money than your opponent. So because of that, it's just better to focus on Bonnie like it would be playing a farm loadout.
Here come the group wipes out, or grouped whites. Sorry.
But they're both going Dart Sniper. Okay.
Okay. That actually explains a lot. So Fastnet right now with the farming lead, but you see a lot of balloons on his screen, and I'm not sure if that trip darts is going to clean up. We'll see if it cleans up. It's a little messy, but it is working out for Fastnet. He hasn't lost any lives yet to start this match. Meanwhile, K has started down to 79 lives.
I'm just confused by the fact that they both decided to use Sniper.
Yeah, they both committed to Dart Sniper, which just kind of that interests me a lot. I think K has a non-farm tower up his sleeve, definitely. Just based on the way that he's going through here. Now, Cologne, they adjusted Bonnie and how she generates income recently. So tell us about those changes and how you expect those changes to influence the play around Bonnie in this tournament.
Well, it shouldn't really affect most strategies because you spend that on the same money early game and the late game Bonnie changes weren't affected at all. So. The only interesting thing is that on the first few Bonnie levels, you have to spend a lot more money to get it through, but after you get past the first like 1 or 2 upgrades, it's effectively the same. So, if you need that really early money for maybe round 5 defense, maybe you're like imports, you're playing Ace and you really need that money boost for your Nemesis early, that could come into play. But for the most part, it shouldn't really matter at all.
Round 9 incoming, and this is where zebras are available, where either of these guys could get kind of freaky with those sends, and you see K going for it, sending a couple zebras to check on Fastnet. Fastnet taking care of those zebras just fine, actually. And now he's got a Juggernaut, so it's going to be even harder for K to try and break through. K, you see he's going Dart, Spac, Sniper. So that's his confirmed composition loadout right here. Spectre, admittedly, a bit of a bold choice on this map since the
On
Spike
guard,
Swarm
yeah.
not as effective, but
Yeah,
and
also
also
shouldn't really need Spike Storm while having main Moab to stall and Hibronki Fan Club to deal with just about everything. I think Spike Factory is there just to pop minecarts and just make everything really annoying to rush.
of course they recently nerfed Spike Factory's interaction with the Bonnie carts, so I'm curious to see like how K is going to get the money from level 10 Bonnie.
Well,
Look at this! Look at this!
yeah.
Look at this!
Oh, rush.
Fastnet buys the
They shouldn't
bank,
do anything.
and K is going to respond with a lot of zebras, following it with some leads to lead those zebras. Fastnet burns through the boost. Now he's going to be off boost for round 13. K could go for a re-rush if he wants to, but without farm, I don't know if he's going to be able to push something through without selling everything.
Is he going for bouncing?
It'd be kind of weird if he goes for bouncing bullets. That'd be kind of weird if any of them go for bouncing bullets, to be honest.
Bouncing bullet does literally nothing. I think it does less damage than a triple darts to a rush.
Both players
They
committing a semi-auto
completely
sniper
killed
here.
that tower.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, after the nerf bouncing bullet, they don't really have a choice but to go for that path sniper. Also, the spike pile just got destroyed.
Yeah, it just got disintegrated by those Bonnie carts, and I feel like K right now is sitting on some just very weak amount of defense right now. He's playing very out in front.
Well, it's mostly because he has a spike pile in the back. He feels pretty safe, and he does have a. He should feel safe.
I just feel like Fastnet could have set up for a rush sequence here early on, just to try and win the game outright. I mean,
Well, it's not really worth it when they have Bonnie. If like you might be able to force something with one rush and then send a second rush, but having to rush through both the spike pile and having to rush through Bonnie minecart's level 3 ability that just has infinite pierce, and also dart at the same time, it's just not worth it. But the problem with not rushing is that Fastnet doesn't have any way to defend DDTs or tight CMGs. Well, BSY probably has Spike Factory and is able to force that round. So I'm not sure if he's gonna make it out.
it's interesting. Round 17, Moabs are available, and neither player seems too interested right now in pressuring each other with those Moabs. Of course, I think K has some solid Moab defense options. Fastnet's options are not as lucrative, but I think they're still good options, right? You have Super Monkey Fan Club, you have bottom path sniper, you have top path sniper, you have bottom path dart, right? So if you really want the great defense, actually, you could go for the bottom path darts.
I think neither of them are really gonna be able to send any Moabs because on the left side there's a spike pile. On the right side they have a bank, they have a sniper, and the opponent's playing eco, so neither of them are really gonna want to rush probably until CMGs. Because Fastnet has a bank and he just simply cannot afford to rush because he doesn't have any money in hand. And yeah,
A little surprised that Fastnet. You see, he just yellow eco through a lot of that sequence right there. He's only at 1400 eco, and yeah, the problem here, Cologne, is that like Fastnet only ecoed yellow eco, and he doesn't have an obvious pathway, in my opinion, to getting Well, does he have a pathway? He has a pathway to getting a T4 farm. Look at that.
oh yeah, bank is a guaranteed tier 4 farm on round 20 if you get it at any point before round 15 or so.
So he's got a reasonable income configuration here. It's been quite a while since I've worked my magic through the eco simulator, so I can't really tell you much about equivalent eco right now that Fastnet has. But I feel like it's a reasonably strong income level here that Fastnet's dealing with. Now he has to value defend an FBFB. Look at those natural rainbows. Quite a bit of natural rainbows right there.
Yeah.
Fastnet setting up his darts.
I don't like
getting
how
the
he's
micro up,
playing
and he's going to
this.
miss a dart placement here, I think.
I don't understand why we would go for fan club. He already went for main Moab and he's about to get a UCAB, so we shouldn't need any of this. Oh.
Yeah, because he can just ETN 10 and just be fine here.
Yeah, that's the entire reason you went for him in the first place, is so you could do that.
I'm gonna try and value defend
Oh
here.
no! Oh my god!
No. no. Oh,
Okay,
my
he's
God.
fine. Okay.
So he instead went for extreme greed defense
He's-
right there. He boosted
yeah.
the semi-auto sniper and barely defends. While this was all happening, he also sent K Destroyer a regular ZOMG. You see that getting held back a little bit by the main Moab. K Destroyer with the E sniper there. But he needs to find a way to kind of pick apart at this ZOMG. And now Fastnet coming back with the tight leads. Going to try and rip through that spike pile. Look at this. Super Monkey Fan Club coming in, breaking the ZOMG down into BFBs, down into Moabs, down into
Could be a problem.
Cerams, destroys the ZOMG. But I think that sequence cologne, I think that hampered K's ability to get some of the money from the Bonnie minecart. Now tight leads coming back Fastnet's way. Juggernaut,
Yeah.
E-Sniper, ETN-10. Not going to be a problem against those tight leads. Again, those tight leads also recently, they were nerfed some time back. Used to be able to send 80 a set, now you only send 60.
Yeah, in this position, BSY should just play passive and take it around 30. There's not much faster they can really do to win with the amount of money he has. No real much he can do to kill through BSY's defense.
Look at this, lots of tight leads. Forcing the U-Jug buy on Fastnet's side of the screen. Fastnet having to work overtime to defend. He's good reaction time to the rush, but I think something I'm really nervous about here, Cologne, is that Fastnet got that T4 farm up, right? But he only got that T4 farm up with about 1400 eco, and it left him without an obvious pathway to getting a T5 farm anytime soon. He's got no obvious pathway to get a Monkey Wall Street safely, in my opinion. Let's say he wanted to go banana, if he wanted to go banana central, say get a 5XX farm. Well, how do you do that, Cologne? How do you do that if you're in Fastnet's position? I feel like if you try and do any of the any of those things, right, then K can just kind of pounce and just punish Fastnet just outright.
Well, that's not really the case, mostly because of the ability. They're pretty strong. If you have a mid-mob on the screen, it should stall long enough that UCAB and maybe a fan club should just defend just about everything. The problem is that you just have money to go for the tier 5 farms in the first place because it's all this bank.
Look at this. He's going to IMF loan into Monkey Wall Street. This is going to leave him vulnerable for round 28.
Yeah,
He's going to punish that with 3 FDDTs, insta boost from Fastnet, ETN-10 coming out with the main Moab. The main Moab is barely going to be enough. So Fastnet with some smart value defense, but that's his last boost right there.
Yeah, now at this point, BSY should just win if he takes it around 30. Without a boost, there's absolutely zero chance that Fastnet can outstall all the side CMGs that BSY can send. Oh, this is interesting.
More pressure right here. And again, I think this is to try and get that Monkey Wall Street sell. He knows that Fastnet's possibly still in debt. Super Monkey Fan Club coming out, but this isn't going to be enough for one set of tight BFBs, especially not going to be enough for the set of tight FBFBs underneath. No boost from Fastnet. Needs to micro the Super Monkey Fan Club to even have a chance. Some DDTs coming in behind. Fastnet's not going to have a chance to defend this, I don't think. Sniper trying to work overtime here to get the DDTs popped.
Yeah.
Not going to work. K Destroyer takes the game. And I tell you what, Cologne, I think my concerns were realized. I was thinking he wasn't going to have a pathway to get a safe Monkey Wall Street. I think Fastnet felt like he had to get that Monkey Wall Street to stay competitive in the income game. Went for the X4X farm to sell into that Monkey Wall Street. BSY smelt blood and pounced. What a win.
That game was just kind of confusing to me. I didn't understand the tower trades from either side. Mostly sniper.
Yeah. I don't understand why either player chose sniper there. Really weird choice. With the tower especially, that leaves you kind of vulnerable during those rainbow rounds. So yeah, got a couple of active matches right now. Still need some series to resolve, but we'll get you updated here on the tournament bracket. Super Tiger did advance, winning 2-0 on Anyar, and Harris 2-0 on Marzi. So we need to figure out who's going to face Mallow in round 2, and we also need to resolve the BSY Fastnet series. We already saw game 1 occur just now. And game 2 should be on deck shortly. So, all right.
Well, I haven't. If they both pick sniper, I actually have zero clue what they would have picked for a counter pick man.
Again, just waiting for another match to come up here. So here we go. Here's game 2.
Oh, B side.
With
Sniper on B side. Oh,
what is he doing, dude? I don't understand.
he loves his sniper.
Okay, well, I guess he loves losing too. Hey, I'm just being honest, dude. I wouldn't dare pick this tower.
I
on a
wouldn't
map where
either.
you need... I don't know, man. All right, starting off. Once again, BSY match point for him right now. Just trying to see exactly if he can close things out. So starting off with the TAC is both players. Maybe not too surprising that TAC's still meta on this map, even though I've been gone from this game for like a couple months. But
It's actually not. The meta of this map is not that mortar. It switched from the TAC out a little bit of a while ago, but I don't think either of them are really comfortable with going dart.
I gotcha. Some layering here going on. So VSY actually missed the layering on some of the natural blues. He's going to get some layering here still anyways. Look at that. Fastnet upgrading the TAC to 220. No layering from Fastnet in contrast, however. Look at K. He's still piling on some of those, just a little bit of that layering right there, trying to get some lives lost, although the total impact of this is Fastnet losing a whopping total of 3 lives, and now BSY starting to lose some lives on his side of the screen. Probably going to leak down about 120 here. This 220 TAC that he's placed, it's not a 220 TAC, sorry. I think he's actually missed an upgrade on that.
Who is Kate Destroyer?
BSY.
Okay.
It's just, I just wonder what's... Okay, there we go. Now BSY has contained the leaks a little bit, but he leaked down to 90 there. I think that TAC was just whiffing against those yellows. Both players with their farm up, and BSY taking the farming lead as round 5 is coming up here shortly.
Honestly, what do you think are the odds that that BSY is also going sniper?
To be honest, it's not the... I mean, like they were both just sped up. You know, they were both sped enough to pick that tower last match. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were both sped enough to pick it this time around.
Wait, why are they using sniper after the update?
I don't. I wish
don't
I
know.
knew. I mean, I haven't even played this game in a couple in months, and I would know better than to use sniper around these parts. Round 6, it's the group black eco available, or sorry, the space black eco available. You see, Fastnet committed to those spaced whites. BSY put a couple of those space blacks in there in his queue. I'm not really sure if he really expected to make anything happen. I guess trying to get a little faster eco spending right there. The farming race is tight. BSY leads it though with a farm upgrade. 200 farm and 2 times 200 farms. Fastnet trying to get 2 times 200 farms as well before this round ends, and he is going to get it. So there he goes. Now round 8 incoming right here.
It's not to stall. They should all both be able to get a third farm, but I'm not sure if either of them will be willing to beat for it.
I feel like third farm is just going to be super risky, like for Fastnet in particular. I'm playing the sniper tower.
It's not really risky. They have a chain ability available, and they have the time that the farmer plays down, they'll make a few bananas, and they'll have probably around $500 on hand.
Check this out, little
Yeah, no
pressure
problem
group.
defending any pressure.
Space Zebras here headed Fastnet's way.
Now, I guess now there comes a problem round where Fastnet has to defend group whites, but BSY has a full queue. He's probably not gonna send them. Also, that sniper spot is bad.
That's yeah. Fastnet could be rushed right now, honestly, and it could do a lot. Now the reason
Yeah,
here that you don't see a rush is because BSY building up mandatory defense. Oh, look at wow, that's a greedy play. BSY
know
going
it
to
is
punish.
though.
Fastnet going to boost. The boost is not going to work. It is going to work, sorry, but Fastnet's going to be down on lives and boost. So down to 93 lives is Fastnet. No boost. No ETN ability yet here from Fastnet. No ETN 7, sorry. Now BSY coming back. Fastnet going to Maelstrom here. Coming back with more purples. Fastnet trying to figure out what to do to defend. He's got the semi-auto sniper upgrades into full auto. Again, still no camos from BSY. No ETN 7 from Fastnet. More rushing here from BSY. And now ETN 7 automatically on Fastnet's side. Oh, big boost right here.
What?
On the wrong side of the screen, but full auto is going to defend anyways.
I'm confused. Okay.
An ill-thought-out
not-
rushing sequence from BSY, and he fails to win the game even when Fastnet was in a vulnerable position. However, I think the game is still advantageous here for BSY. He gets center rush his way. Panic boost from BSY to defend, but he's going to be off boost for round 16. But Fastnet doesn't have farm, so I'm not sure if he could even punish and kill anyways. He'd have to sell the full auto to have a chance, I think. And even then, like even Cologne, even if he wants to re-rush, again BSY can threaten the Maelstrom. There you see he built the Maelstrom against some of those check Cerams. A pointless rush from Fastnet as he now builds up a farm, an XX3 farm, and takes the farming lead.
That was a pretty good rush. I'm just
BSY
confused
coming
why
back,
they're
Leds,
both rushing.
Rainbows.
They didn't work
Rainbows.
last time. Where are you trying it again?
Another boost from Fastnet. He's going to defend just fine with the full auto. And this was actually a round 2 where I think the full auto had good effectiveness, right? Because even if those rainbows came through the pipe, the full auto would do a great job of cleaning them up. Now you have Moabs available. Both these guys probably pretty poor right here. I think both these guys probably scared about being sent a Moab rush. There's ETN alerting Fastnet that something's about to happen. 1 Moab, now 2 Moabs. How will Fastnet deal with this right here? He's got one of those 3XX tacks, a couple of those natural balloons, forcing the sniper's attention away from the Moab. But the full auto once again cleaning up. Fastnet making good work of that full auto, keeping the game in check. Now round 18 underway. And BSY does not have...
Moab is interesting.
BSY does not have good Moab
defense. There's a lot of
defense here.
decisions here that I find very questionable.
That Moab gonna pop into Cerams. The mortar triplet gonna take care of those insides. But now look at this, F Moab, and BSY does not have the overdrive. Gonna try and Maelstrom to DPS away that F Moab. The mortar triplet gonna clean up those F Cerams just fine. He's gonna take a few leaks here maybe, and now a boost as Fastnet decides to send a third Moab, the second one fortified in this rush sequence. Once again, BSY going to defend. He's got the ABAT on his screen. The ABAT ability is going to expire, though. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do enough DPS to this F Moab. Now a boost incoming here from BSY. Fastnet packing on the pressure. 3 Moabs on his screen right now. 2 of them fortified. Adora 3 going to clean up the Moabs and keep BSY in this game as we now head around 21. BFB is available, and look at Fastnet's defense here, Cologne. He's got full auto, he's got a 3XX sniper, not even, now he has a 3XX sniper. Very weak defense right here, relatively weak defense, no farms, both players broke with little defense, and BSY sending everything Fastnet's way. Look at this, 3 FBFBs, ETN 10 still on the board for Fastnet if he wants to exercise this, and don't forget, Fastnet can counter rush too. Look at this, BSY being sent an F Moab. While this is all going on, Fastnet cleans up the first BFB with ETN 10 now selling the tack. What's he going to sell into? ETN 10 still doing work on those F Moabs, needs to clean them up. You also see those natural rainbows starting to become a factor here as well. Full auto being pushed to the brink right here. He's got 4 F Moabs to try and deal with, and that full auto might not be enough. And F Ceram's going to sneak through, and BSY is finally going to take the win. A win that could have been secured earlier on in this game. He finally does get the win and take the series 2-0. Woo! That was a wild one, Cologne. Tell us what happened.
Oh, your commentary is kind of hard to keep up, honestly. Well, mostly what happened was round 11, round 13, they just ended up getting really drained, and after that, they didn't really have enough money to defend. BSY managed his sag abilities really well with sagging a 2-3 tag for both F Moabs and managed to actually defend both for pretty cheap without selling any farms, which allowed him to send enough BFBs.
Hmm.
And also, yeah, as Mao said, I just after Fastnet bought a Maelstrom and then another Maelstrom on a completely different side and boosted like twice, it just broke me.
This is definitely a game where you need to have some you need to be quick and very calculated in how you defend you defend these rushes. I mean, I had trouble just trying to keep up with the whole thing. I was just doing the commentary, you know. Imagine trying to press all the buttons to defend that, you know. Okay, so what you're watching here is the deciding game between Jean2 and Dandelion. This is going to to determine who is going to face Mowel in round 2.
He's the top seed, right?
I think? I don't know, but...
Yes.
So there you go, yeah. Alright, so... Oh, look at this!
A little bit more
Churchill's missing balloons, and John is almost going to die. From Churchill missing balloons, I think the issue right there is the targeting on Churchill. Yeah. So the deciding game almost nearly decided on round 7. Dandelion going to pack on the pressure. You see he's trying to get some layering going. Blues, greens, blacks, yellows.
Natural bloods will become a problem.
Yeah, that layering looks like it could become an issue. The dart is going to handle it just fine here. You see that cleanup dart. Dandelion can recover in the farming game now, gets up a second farm, both players at 2 times 200 farms. Is that Fedora Dart Mortar farm that I'm seeing on the right side of the screen, Cologne?
I'd like to say that, but it could be Sniper.
I mean, if it's going to be Dart Sniper farm, Cologne, I'm going to like bouncing bullet shrapnel shot shoot myself. I'm just being honest with you.
After the nerf, shrapnel shot, bouncing bullet will not hit you.
Oh, yeah.
But it will certainly try.
It'll try. It won't do much. But just like this regen rainbow pressure, not doing much against Jean2, as John building up the submarine. Look at this. Oh, Pink's on top for the layer. Dandelion really wanted to kill, but Jean2 staying resilient there with the 3XX dart and the submarine, but round 11 and he's got a weak defense set up here. Both players playing skinny here, especially with that jump.
It is mortar. It is mortar.
So it is mortar.
This makes me really happy.
I'm a little nervous here about Jean2's setup right here. Look at this. You see those leads going to force something here.
It should be fine with Churchill and Juggernaut. The reactor spot's still interesting. There shouldn't be any problems. What I'm more worried about is the opponent's
look at this. Leads, purples. He's trying to test out the defense. I don't know. Like, if you wanted to pressure, maybe... Look at this. A lot of leads.
The 5th rush will do something, for sure.
Wow, that's a lot of regen rainbows!
Is he not going to boost?
John late on the boost! Still going to get the defense, but he wasted both boost and Churchill. Meanwhile, Dandelion's down! Dandelion's down! John's done it!
That was interesting.
What a play right there. While being rushed, Jean2 counter rushes to win the game. Dandelion trying to get those last 7 lives, not able to get those last 7 lives, forgot about defense on his side of the screen, and loses the game.
He was probably too focused on his own rush to notice that he was being rushed on his side. At least that's what I assume happened. I'm not really sure what happened overall.
That's a pretty brutal way to lose one there, and I think I think the big thing, Cologne, is that when you play Dart Mortar Farm Fedora on a map like Garden, I mean, sure, you got Fedora 3, right? It's pretty good at greed defense, but you're playing out in front when you play Mortar on a map like that, dude, where it doesn't there's not really like good corners to hit.
Yeah, well, there were a few problems. One was his Juggernaut spot just would never get good use of his tears.
Yeah, that was also not a good Juggernaut
spot. His crossbow
spot,
also Rigo farmed, and also his Bernie stuff mortar was top crosspath, which means it'll probably only apply Bernie to about a third of the rush, and all that combined together will it won't turn out well.
Right. So a couple of fatal mistakes, and Dandelion is not going to see round 2, unfortunately. So, got a couple of matches to resolve here. So in round 3, we have Harris versus BSY. And in round 2, we still have one match to resolve. That is Mao versus John 2.
Now, Harris's match versus BSY should be pretty interesting. They're both pretty decent players. As long as they don't both go sniper, I think this could be pretty exciting.
Man. So you actually do have a point, though, Cologne, about the sniper missing, because there is no clear line of sight that a sniper can take to try and shoot me. So even if I wanted to have that sort of thing occur to me, right, the bouncing bullet shrapnel shots, there's just no way that the sniper would be able to hit me.
It just won't bounce right. It only pierces like one balloon and then runs out of damage.
So yeah, we have J versus K Destroyer. I feel like it's better if I read the in-game names. I feel like the in-game names it gives the matchup character. Yeah.
Oh, that's that dart at the bottom right. It's not giving me hope for a non-sniper play.
Huh. I don't know. I mean, maybe it could be like some dart spec kind of tomfoolery.
Oh, Bonnie. Oh, I'm thinking it's gonna be sniper again.
Oh, the Bonnie dynamite. You see how it just whiffed right there? It's gonna cost me about 10 lives.
Great. But I guess Pathy of the game without taking too many leaks.
Okay, there he goes. He's got the 3xx dart, so this isn't going to be the worst thing in the world. But BSY down to 124 lives already to start this matchup. And look at the layering here from Harris.
Is the stream slow or is the game slow?
Definitely feels like things are happening in slow motion here.
Oh, looks like it's the game.
Mm-hmm.
Those emotes are definitely normal speed. Oh, and I just looked at BSY's connection. Oh,
okay. We are syncing.
we might be here a while. Remember what I said about
syncing.
this match being maybe exciting? I think I take it back already.
Well, I mean, this is the Battles 2 experience right here. The syncing. So this is my life,
like,
Cologne. I'm on a sinking ship.
Hopefully you reconnect soon.
In the meantime, though, we got Mao versus John 2.
And
Again,
he's starting
John
with
2...
Ace. Oh,
wow,
God.
look at that. Interesting. Again, John 2 coming off of a thrilling win against Dandelion to even be here at this point in the tournament.
I'm wondering if he didn't go with the end here instead of Adora. For Mao, I mean.
Let's see. Oof, that's that Churchill spot again.
I mean, the Churchill spot is good. It's just the problem is that he refuses to put the Churchill on last.
Yeah.
I guess if it keeps shooting up, it might anti-steal a few rounds, but it won't really be anything significant.
Okay, so there you see. So John 2 now with stable defense, at least for the time being. Round 5, and Mao is playing quite skinny right here. And those group whites are going to need... I mean, Mao's got to do something here.
He does go for the... No, Mao's fine. Crossbow's really strong on this map, especially when you use attack speed. It's one of the few maps where you want attack speed crossbow over Pierce crossbow.
Alright.
Next round, Mao should get the Adora double shot upgrade, which should make him completely stop leaking.
There we go. Mao's trying to upgrade his farms pretty even in the farming race, although Mao has a decisive lead in the lives race right now. Again, you're watching round 2 of the Popology Weekly number 24. This is the last set of matches that needs to get resolved in round 2. There's also an ongoing match between Harris and BSY, which is going on in slow motion. That's why we're watching.
It's gonna be ongoing for a while.
Yeah, there's a good chance that this match could be over before that other one gets to halfway, honestly.
Yeah, before they make it past round 5.
But again, even farm play here from both of these players right now. Although you see Mao getting more aggressive with this eco. Now piling on some of those purples as well.
John isn't really anti-stalling at all, which is when he's going dark that farm, assuming he didn't change his loadout from last time, and with that loadout he needs to anti-stall. At this rate, Mao will just he'll probably get a plantation on round 9 or 10. John shouldn't really be able to do anything to kill him.
No. I mean, we're about to see whether or not this can happen right here. Again, Mao insistent on his spaced white eco, not trying to punish John, possibly building up that money to get that plantation if he really wants to. Now, if he does get that plantation, though, like, how does he respond if John 2 decides to rush on round 11?
Selling a farm for a Dragonite should be more than enough to deal with it. If he sends a rush probably 2k or bigger, he might need a boost, but you have Dart, you have a plantation on the screen, you'll be fine for a rush.
Round 10, Mao floating quite a bit of cash right here.
Oh, he might go for a bank. That would be really ballsy, but oh no, he's going for plantation.
He's going to go plantation. Just wants to make sure that he can also float money for the check rush if necessary. John 2 not going to check because he's spent money on mandatory defense himself. And this is a great sequence here from Mao, just him being able to get away with this greed right here. Really just sensing the play from John, just also sensing how, just the need for John to also be conservative on his end of the screen. Now Mao pre-buying a little bit of defense in case he does get that check rush again. He is playing a little skinny right now.
He doesn't do much. Oh, he doesn't go for the bank.
Buy.
Okay, well, with this amount of money, he might actually need to. He might be scared, actually.
Round 13, and I feel like...
And he's not punishing.
Yeah, oh, look at this! Mao's gonna punish!
Oh, okay. That's a really big Ruga farm. Shouldn't do much, though, because of the boost.
Now John 2 in a really bad position. Cologne, I was thinking that John 2 had to do something on round 13 to pull back Mao's farm, and instead, Mao is going to get a huge cash injection on round 14. Plus, the bank is also going to help out his income here, when we get to, like, round 20. And
John finally starts rushing, but it's just too late.
It's too late. I mean, Mao's already got the big cash injection. Round 13 was kind of the round where John had to do something, in my opinion. And now he has a massive farm advantage, and Mao could just passive this game, in my opinion.
The game got too stalled. He has too much money now. As long as Mao doesn't choke, I mean, at this point, he can probably just afford a Spectre around 20 and win the game. Yep. And there's just not much John can really do about it. He could also go for a door 20 if he wants to play it really safe.
Well, round 16, and I mean, the bigger concern here too, Cologne, it's just something that really, I don't know, boggles my mind, is that, John 2's playing Dart Sub Farm, right? He's playing a setup which you have to be super aggressive with, because this is a strategy that self-destructs in the late game. Meanwhile, you look at Mao's side of the screen. Now, I understand that Mao also has some concerns, say, when we start getting to, like, DDT rounds, right? But I think those concerns are much less pronounced.
Yeah, definitely. He has Adore abilities. He has Ball Light. He has Zeros. He has Fighter Planes or whatever they're called that can actually do damage to DDTs. John doesn't really have anything.
And even worse,
I guess he has Surgical 10.
Look at this. Mao can just absolutely punish John 2. John 2 sending some Moabs back, but sending those Moabs back, he's not going to have sufficient money to defend the Moabs on his side of the screen. Mao is going to take the victory here as Churchill... Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Never mind. Look at this.
Yep, Bank of Defense.
Mao
did catch out the bank, but he can just afford to do that. It won't cost him the game. He's in too far of a lead that at this point catching out a bank.
Sure, if this is exactly the best idea in the world here. From
Mao, I mean, it's probably a negative money trade, but with how much more money Mao was making, John will run out of money before Mao does.
Yeah, so Mao continuing to drain here with these F Moabs, forcing John to micro the Super Monkey fan club to stay in this game. I feel like if Mao really wanted to, he could just test John with like a bunch of those F Moabs.
If he wanted to, actually no, there's not really much he could do.
Actually, maybe not.
Because he has a fan club set up. There's not much you can do, but he'll run out of money eventually if he just keeps sending the F Moabs.
So a big thing here I think we got to look out for is round 20 coming up, and John 2 needs to get some kind of farm up to even have a modicum of chance here. Now Mallow floating 11k, gonna actually miss getting a huge farm upgrade here. That's a bit of a misplay, I think.
Well, it just doesn't matter.
I mean, he had 11k, like he could have gotten a T4 farm. I don't know, man.
I mean, at this point, just trying to end the game is it might be the wrong play, but it just shouldn't
Well,
really be
let's
much
see here.
John can do
FMOAB's gonna
about it.
melt the Super Monkey Fan Club gonna melt the FMOAB, and John 2 should be able to micro the Super Monkey Fan Club to take care of these Moabs right here. Actually, gonna exercise boost now with another FMOAB here.
Man, he just refuses to buy permanent defense.
That might be the death of him right here. I mean, he is taking care of these FMOABs. I mean, they are dying, right?
It costs him about 3k to micro each time. He shouldn't have 3k eco, so he will eventually run out of money, but it's just gonna be a while. Yeah, I might do something here, actually. Never mind.
Tight Light's available now at this point. Oh, look at this! And the choke rush from John 2. Mal gonna buy.
Wait, if he sends camels, this could be a problem for him. He didn't think of it, though. Spectre doesn't have any camel detection, so if he sent camels there, though, he actually could have choked to that. Oh, he's going for a camel Spectre now.
Yeah, it's just finally gets permanent defense and barely not going to defend the FMOAB. Mao does take the win in this game, a game which I think this was. I think the win probability for John 2
unwinnable
became...
as soon as round 11 hit.
Yeah, I mean, even if he had a modicum of chance at like round 11, I think he lost it on round 13.
The game was just too stalled out.
I mean, those advantages in the early rounds, Cologne, they manifest.
BSY.
Harris beat BSY. Okay, so we missed something, obviously.
We missed 2 games, actually.
We missed somebody like disconnecting because of bad internet. Maybe no.
Oh yeah, maybe they
actually
maybe
that's what we missed. We missed someone disconnecting because of bad internet. So that's what we missed. All right, so Harris on to the finals, and we have 2 exciting series, hopefully exciting series to resolve before we make it there. So we still need to resolve Mallow versus John 2. John 2 needs to win this game to force game 3. Now, his early gameplay wasn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, Cologne. I was just disappointed at the lack of action that he exhibited playing a rushing composition.
No, he didn't defend very well. He didn't anti-stall with a strat that needs anti-stall. He also didn't rush. It just didn't really go well. He also cross-pathed, I think, just about every single one of his towers wrong, but that's just, I guess, a nitpick. Like, what, he got a top path ballistic, he got a middle path reactor, all his fan club darts had bottom cross path instead of piers. It was just sad.
Is top path ballistic really the worst thing in the world, though?
I mean, it's just bad. You need air burst for the mob damage. It also helps clean up surround layers, fair, and when steepers come around, ballistics have a struggle to pop them because, well, ballistic missiles are missiles that don't pop blacks. So air burst helps pop those layers down to the ballistic actually do damage. And also,
we're about to see a certified Mal_1 strategy right here in Jericho Ace NG Farm.
Hopefully, John doesn't place his darts at the top right of his screen. If he does, the game is pretty much decided already.
I mean, yeah, because with Ace NG Farm, you can just amass a massive money advantage for the late game if you just have even just a modicum of favorable environment.
If the game is even slightly stalled, Mao
John 2 gonna save up for the Churchill, and where's he gonna place the Churchill? That's gonna be a big question right here.
Oh, I have so many questions.
I don't know, man.
It's actually not that bad now that I'm looking at it, but I don't like it.
So, I mean, he can put this thing on last, right? And hopefully,
well, he can put it on last, but judging from that garden game, I don't think he knows about targeting. It's
See,
not
what- see,
looking
what I
like
don't-
it.
See, what I don't like here, Cologne, is that you see how like ideally that thing would just shoot in like a straight little line right there, right, and just not miss some
it's
of the
not,
balloons, but it's missing some of the balloons.
It's
This
a
is gonna be
boat.
tough, dude. I mean, he's playing boat. I feel like the way this is gonna gonna play out, Cologne, is that Mao's just gonna he's gonna build up a massive money advantage. John 2 is going to resort to a choke rush, and Mao can just buy Spectre anyways to hedge
I
his
mean,
bets
at
against
this
the
rate,
choke rush.
with how stalled this game is gonna be, he could probably afford a center champion on round 13.
Shut up. Oh my god, dude. Again, in order to make it to this point, John 2 with some heroics in counter rushing. But again, struggled in game 1, and in game 2, we need to see, I don't know. We need to see some kind of game plan here from John in order to get the W here.
I just for a start, I'd like to see him press tab while clicking on Churchill, like just for a start.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like his Churchill is committed to first targeting here. So he's interested in stall. I mean, he's definitely interested in stall.
I don't think he's interested at all. I just don't think he knows about targeting.
Man, I don't know, man. I feel like like with those sniper nerfs, I think one of the macro effects it had on this game, Cologne, is that
Yeah.
like imagine that you want to play an eco strategy and you want to stall to make money, right? Well, your primary one of your primary options for money making used to be the sniper tower, right? Now the sniper tower is bad, right? Meanwhile, I mean, think about like Mao's side of the screen though, right? I mean, he has the kind of this is the environment where he could literally go like 3K if he really wanted to. For instance, he could go 3K eco monkey Wall Street build, right? Now he might do something like maybe I don't know, like 1600 eco, and then supercharge like a 5xx farm or something instead. But I mean, you get my drift here, right?
Yeah. Mao, you might notice his spawn flows are a little bit strange. They're to manipulate the sentry spawns, but looks like he messed them up. It's if he did it right, it'll end up spawning just about every single sentry to the top left of the NG. But he didn't do it right.
I gotcha. But actually, speaking of farming, Bill, what kind of farming flowchart do you expect Mao to take during this game?
He'll take the one where he gets 5k eco and over defense every single rush. So, if he wanted to play optimally here, instead of rushing, he would go for plant. But he's hovering over the regen button, so yeah.
He's hovering over the regen button because I think John 2 is just outright dead to this rush right here. Regen zebras, regular zebras afterwards.
This shouldn't kill.
John 2 defends on boost, but he also used Churchill 3 in the process. So now he's just going to be down and out here. Mao ready for another rush if necessary. He's got the foam up.
Oh,
ready to sell the farms.
What's Spock attack? What's Spock attack? Come on. No. Oh, wait, no, it's an Alk. Oh.
There we go. Regen Rainbows from Mao is going to win the series 2-0 and move him on to the next round. Again, John 2 simply not ready there for some of the rushing magic that Mao was able to provide. Mao smelt blood, he sniffed blood, and absolutely pounced on the opportunity. Now we're going to see Mao versus Super Tiger. Valiant effort from John 2 to make it to round 2, though. I think that's the one thing. I think that's the one highlight that I would look back on from John 2's play, Cologne. It was just that 1v1. It was 1 versus 1. He was down to 7 lives. Right, Dandelion tried to put the whole, just the kitchen works on him, right? And John 2 put together some good gut instinct counter rushing right there to at least make it around 2. So,
yeah, that's pretty cool. I think
It was pretty
him
exciting to
going to
watch.
7 lives actually made his opponent really want to try to kill him, and that might have lost him the game.
So, Mao versus Super Tiger in the semifinals, and this is decide who's going to face Harris in the finals. We see Super Tiger is live. I suppose they're setting up the match here right now.
Hopefully, this match doesn't have 15 minutes of syncing and features targeting. I'm hoping.
Can we get like some? I wonder what the betting odds are on Vegas on like what's the over under on time spent syncing?
I'd say probably around half of the match was spent syncing.
How about an over under on the amount of jokes related to syncing that I make during the match?
I'm not sure. So it's a difficult bet.
Hey, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that I've been on a sinking ship. Get it? Get it?
Yeah,
Get it?
I do get it. Yes.
Yeah. I'll repeat it so the chat understands the joke, right?
Oh, I think they're okay.
Wouldn't be the first time that I've been on a sinking ship. Get it?
Oh, seems they want you to explain and repeat. Oh, well,
I see that I think the chat really appreciates my sense of humor, Cologne.
Yeah, I think they want you to say it one more time, just in case someone in the back might not have heard it.
Yeah. It definitely it wouldn't be the first time that I've been on a sinking ship.
Oh, looks like a darts bag mirror matchup. I do like how Super Tiger's playing this start already a lot better than Mao. You don't need to buy trip darts at the start unless you're trying to anti-stall, and neither of them will ever be trying to anti-stall round 1 because they're trying to get a door round 1, so there's no point in spending more money. But Mao disagrees with me.
All right. So Super Tiger, you see, with Adora, but I want to point out a key difference here between these two players, Cologne, and how they're approaching the game. You see, Super Tiger's Adora, she's got sunglasses on, so she can stay cool under the pressure, under the sun. Yeah, keep that heat out of her eyes and make sure that she pops more balloons. So
it actually makes her able to see through bloom boost effects. It's pretty overpowered.
Pretty OP.
More dark energy bloom boost to deal with.
So Space Yellow's coming in from Mao. Meanwhile, Super Tiger committed to the grouped reds. Now going for the Space Yellows. Which eco strat you like better here for round 3?
Definitely Super Tiger. I just like how he's playing it better. I also like his door spot a little bit more. It's a little bit further left. Should get better angles when it's shooting like to the bottom left. Also, they both going darts back. They're both going the door. This game's gonna go on for a while, so I think going for the red eco will pay out in the long term.
All right.
I don't like Super Tiger's crossbow spot though. That's too far right. It won't get a good line of fire.
Okay. Actually, yeah, you're right. He could have nudged that thing a little bit to the left.
It's also not targeting the
worst thing in
track,
the world.
which does matter for dart. But yeah, it's crossbow strong enough that it shouldn't matter, but it's definitely not a good placement.
Super Tiger taking a couple leaks there, being a little bit late to the crossbow. Both players at 100 farm right now. Maybe with a chance to get that 200 farm before round 6. We'll see on the next eco tick. Oh, Mao got it, but Super Tiger did not. Super Tiger kind of...
but I think he just wanted to play for the... No, I think he was just trying to... I think he thought the round wasn't over, so he didn't want to screw himself out of a banana.
I just feel like that was just not good game sense right there. I mean, I understand that both these guys right now are just like anti-stalling a bunch, but I feel like you can also kind of get a sense of when you've seen the last natural balloon kind of get popped, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's max anti-stall. This is a situation that most people are not really used to, so I don't really blame him.
A little check pressure coming in from Super Tiger on Mao. Look at those yellows. Going to force some leaks, maybe. Mao
with the Adora. Gonna be able to clean most of that up, actually, and only gonna leak like one life or so. Mal gonna
I
use
think
that
here-
chance
I
to
think here both
take
players should try to
lead.
get a third 2/0 farm instead of going for a Spike Factory because, well, neither of them are really gonna ever want to rush. So, going for the greed is gonna be better, especially with how much eco you already got. If you sell your farm, you already went for you already committed for the group reds on round 1 and 2, so you kind of have that eco backing you. So, worst case scenario, you sell a farm, you have your eco already, so you're completely fine.
This is going to be interesting because I think Super Tiger, by committing to this factory, I think he's also committed himself to pressuring Mao, right? Because that would be the counterplay, right? Because if Super Tiger builds up the spike and doesn't punish the fact that Mao is playing skinny on his spec, and I just feel like it's just a total waste. Look at this, group whites.
This is the problem with trying to build a spike early instead of going for farms. It's just you don't have the money to pressure, and they have the money to
And a
defend.
boost. Look at this. Super Tiger
it's not gonna
boosting
do
zebras
anything.
and purples. Gonna blast through the spike pile, but Mao with some resilience is going to defend.
Yeah, he went for the spike too early. He doesn't have farms. He didn't have money to get through that defense. That's just how
Yeah,
I
you know,
said it
the
would
big
go.
thing here, Cologne, is he's just not able to punish. He's not able to punish the late Spactory build. Those camos, though, testing out Mao.
He doesn't
This
have
is
the
a
money
huge
to send
round right here.
camos. He doesn't have the money for this because he went for the spike factory again.
Camo regen,
wanna really
zebra, sorry,
reiterate that.
rainbows. With some purples underneath. Keeping Mao honest, but Mao is going to go in round 14 with the farming lead. And a
Yeah,
strong
now he
spike
has-
pile.
yeah,
and
now
Super
at
Tiger
the-
does not have great defense.
Yeah, at this point, Mao has cut up an eco because Super Tiger didn't spend. He spent all his money on that spike factory way too early, and now Mao just has more money. He has more defense. He has the same as. He's just better off. On the bright side, Super Tiger does have sunglasses though.
I mean, I just question why Super Tiger didn't necessarily try to match Mao's energy, right? Because I don't feel like there's... I don't know, man. I just don't see... Like, I understand that Mao is playing skinny, right? But I think he... Oh, look at this! Super Tiger with all-out Cerams!
It's not an allowed.
Not quite an all-out, but it's going to force the boost. And I think Super Tiger's just committed to just...
He can't kill. He doesn't have the money.
That's... I just... Man, this looks bad for Super Tiger, dude.
He has to commit though, but it's not.
Now
it's
Mao
not
coming
gonna
back
work.
with some Cerams of his own. Once again, keeping Super Tiger honest, but you see Super Tiger in a very bad situation here. Moab and Regen Rainbows headed his way. They're going to crush through the spike pile.
Yeah,
and
that's,
win the
that's gonna be
game.
it.
Mao's going to win the game right there off of a devastating round 17 rush. And again, it all started Cologne when Mao was able to greed the third 200 farm on round 9.
And that just happened because he went for the spike factory instead of going for the greed on his own side.
Mao up 1-0 in the series.
I think Super Tiger was actually in the. I mean, he did send a pretty bad rush round 9. He did piss away a little bit of money on that, but he had a pretty big equal lead. If he just didn't go for the spy factory, he would have been in a really good spot.
Yeah, because if he's able to at least match Mao's energy in the farms, right, you can kind of write off being like relatively equal on farms, but having better eco, right? I mean, like it's not like Mao is going to be able to get away with like second plant, for instance, round 14, right? Maybe if Super Tiger doesn't match Mao's energy and tries for the greed, maybe what happens is that maybe Mao greeds like an extra 200 farm, right? But
What
I mean-
happens if he's going Sentai? Oasis Sentai?
But
you're
you
going
got to think about it
PSI.
this way in the mid game, Cologne. So in the mid game, those 200 farms are worth approximately like 80 eco, right? So if you can overcome that, you know, in terms of just raw eco, right? I mean, you can just stay in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just really curious about what Mao's what it could be because there's like a million different options. He loves Ace, but if he's gonna go AFE, I think it would probably rather go Jericho or Smudge Cat.
Let's see here.
So if I were to guess, it would probably bomb sub farm with Sentai. It's an extremely unrushable loadout that gets really good farms, which is a bad matchup for Dart, which is what Super Tiger seems to like going.
So Sentai start from Mao. Meanwhile, Super Tiger with the Dart start with ETN.
He's trying to
Mao
layer
up
on
1-0
Sentai.
in the series, and again Mao up 1-0 in the series from the greed. We saw it happen that last match. Mao able to greed the defense, had some tools to make sure he couldn't get punished, right? Really shouldn't expect too much to happen here in these first couple of rounds.
Yeah, especially not with Sentai. Should make basically everything until probably around 9-ish. Be pretty boring.
Honestly, fair assessment.
It's also just Oasis, which is inherently a pretty boring map. Especially with glue, and I just hate that tower so much.
Alright, we see the Spaced Whites coming out. ETN 3 is going to help Super Tiger buy some time before he gets the crossbow, which should act as mandatory defense here. Couple of trickle leaks, he's down to 97 lives, but nothing that I'm too concerned about. Mao going to get a second farm up on round 6. He is going to need something here. Super Tiger going to send blacks. Sentai 3 is going to come out here from Mao, I assume.
Yeah, he can win until the blaster all the way there, and just going to use it though. He has plenty of lives to use, so.
Really smart play here from Mao, delaying the Sentai 3 necessary usage until absolutely necessary, which is right now. And in that process, takes the farming lead. And there you see the engineer. I think Cologne, you just called it Sentai AFE with the engineer-based build.
I don't like this. I also don't like his entry spot either. He should probably put in a spot where Sentry Expert will be better.
He's just trying to pop down those blacks so that Sentai can take care of him.
Yeah, but if he put it to the right of Sentai, he might leak a little bit, but he has 150 lives. He has Sentai Churchill ability. He has boosts. He'll be fine.
More pressure.
Oh, maybe he's trying to go for ODS round 13. Actually, that might be his plan.
That is interesting that he built the Ace in response to the Group Yellow's rush. Also held Sentai 3.
Yeah, it's well, he went for the Ace, so no reason to use Sentai 3 in that first place when you already bought the defense for it. But yeah, I think he's just trying to go for an ODS on round 11 instead of going for a Sentry Expert, which would explain his spot for the Studio 1 NG there at the front. And he can actually get away with it because he has turbo damage laser bombs.
So, Mao threatening to get the fourth 200 farm, in which case he would have the income lead. Oh, look at this! Super Tiger once again being aggressive on the rush. Gonna send some group zebras, but Sentai 3 going to just demolish them through.
Looks like he is going ODS after all. That was right.
Little check rush here from Mao.
He needs to send more camos to force the TN level.
Cam grows zebras on Mao's side of the screen. Mao going to be able to clean them up with the help of cleansing foam, however, with some leaks. Quite a few leaks.
Okay,
maybe more leaks than anticipated. Now Super Tiger firing back. Rainbows, zebras, purples.
Yep.
Those rainbows are regrow rainbows. Trying to force some action. Operation Dartstorm coming out on Mao's side of the screen. Headed the van handily without leaks. And Mao greeted the plantation upgrade. Look at this.
I did way more damage than I thought it would do.
I think he did a good job of microing that thing, because he kept it in the center of the screen, Cologne, where it was just absolutely able to just burst down and destroy those rainbows. I was really surprised there at Super Tiger's decision right there, because now I saw that, so at the time, right, Mao had a lead in farms, right? But Super Tiger actually had an eco advantage, which was helping to diminish that farm lead to the point which I think Super Tiger was competitive in the income game. If for whatever reason he decided not to rush. Now we're at a point here where I think the game is still winnable for Super Tiger, but you see he's ecoing aggressively right here to kind of keep himself in this game.
Well, Super Tiger right now have about a 300 eco lead, which is It's pretty significant, but
That's actually significant. Like that's significant. I think that's enough to compensate for the farm lead that Mao has at this point.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, but I don't know if it's Mao has enough farms that I think he can just go late game and be fine.
Right. Now Mao gonna send a Moab Super Tiger's way.
Now he doesn't need to get sharpshooter here. He should be. Oh, well, actually,
Oh!
for the. Oh, that's
Wrinkles enemy!
that he could die.
Trying to test the great defense on Super Tiger. He's gonna late boost. The Moab's still an issue. Pops into Cerams. Now Super Tiger pops it down. He's gonna be without boost for round 18 though.
Yeah, he's safe to keep ecoing because Mao's going AFE. He doesn't have the money to rush. Well, he has the money to rush with Mao F-Ball, but he won't have the money to send a big layer underneath without sacrificing himself.
Oh, he is starting to sacrifice himself. Look at this. I mean, he's really trying to test Super Tiger and his ability to greet defend, but right now a triple crossbow is on screen.
I don't like this. Oh, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
oh,
his jugs are on. What were his jugs targeted at that they didn't shoot down? That's weird.
I think the jugs were targeted on last, and that's why Super Tiger failed the defense on the F Moabs. Those jugs probably would have taken care of those F Cerams, but instead, Mao takes the series 2-0.
Yeah, I didn't really like Mao's rush. I think that was overcommittal. I think if Super Tiger just got like maybe like a 0-0 glue at the back, that probably would have been enough to defend everything.
Well, we're about to see a best of 5 finals between Mao and Harris. Take your bets, Cologne.
Honestly, we didn't really get to see any gameplay of Harris past round 3, so I can't say with confidence, but I would vote for Mao.
Well, we're about to see it all unfold right here on twitch.tv/B2Popology. Again, if you're still watching us, thank you for tuning in. It's been the first time in a while that I've kind of came back to the game. So I'm super hungry right now. So if anybody could donate, like a not necessarily like just food, right? Just some food or something. If you could just like, is that possible to like donate food on Twitch?
Well, Ninjarius got Bacon to buy him like $500 worth of Wingstop, so I'm sure you can probably get someone to buy you $1 worth of Wingstop.
I mean, I'm down for Wingstop, dude. I mean, have you seen those bro, the buffalo wings, right? You get the buffalo boneless wings, you dip them in the blue cheese. That goes hard, dude.
Yeah, they're really good.
Volcano says, I wish I could give you ice cream through the screen or something. I do appreciate the sentiment, Volcano. But you just have to try. Just take some ice cream and just throw it to your screen. I'm sure it'll come out to mine. Minus says, I bet my Mao house wins. I think those words are swapped, but yeah. David says this stream is not sponsored by Wingstop. That is an important clarification. So yeah.
Game will start up. Actually, wait a bit. Maybe it was Harris that was thinking.
Yeah, I think it was
No, we're
yeah, Harris. Okay. All right, here we go. Kurum versus Jay in the finals.
That is their names.
Yep, that is their that's their in-game names. That's their IGNs right
now. Unfortunately, Mao was streaming, which means this stream's gonna go at approximately 10 frames per second. But at least it's better than syncing every 5 seconds.
Right. Yeah. The alternative is yeah. It's either watching a sinking ship or watching a slideshow. Get it?
Yeah, I think I would rather watch this.
Did you get it? Did you get the joke?
Mao's strat is really bad.
What is the strat? Okay, it's. I mean, it can't be the worst thing in the world, right?
I mean, Steely Waves is good, but just Ace doesn't do anything.
I mean, look at what's happening on Harris's side of the screen.
I would love to look at it.
Well, what you're seeing is Harris leaking down to 100 lives, and you're also seeing the laughing emote coming out from Mao. because Harris has just leaked to 68 lives. Not nice.
Maybe more.
In just the
We don't
first couple
know.
of rounds of this game.
Okay. It's like Harris
it's
going
Ace
bomb from
versus-
Ace.
Man, this is Ace versus Ace on a map in which these, I mean, both, like, one of these players could just be dead on round 5, dude.
I mean, well, Mao knows how to ace micro. I don't know about Harris though. He was asking me how to ace micro, I think, before the stream, so I don't know if he's got it down. But he'll try. He'll try his best.
He's certainly trying here, keeping himself at the 68 live mark, but after leaking quite a bit early on. Meanwhile, Mao taking some trickle leaks here.
Yeah, and he doesn't really want to take trickle leads because he has a Sealy, and he really needs to be able to use those totems to get value out of her.
Mao
Yeah,
getting
I'm starting to
bomber
think,
on his own screen, and that'll be
Starting to
relatively
think
safe
maybe the
defense.
sinking would have been a
You know what,
better
maybe
alternative.
yeah, maybe the sinking would have been a better alternative. But let's see. I wonder what the next slide's gonna be. I like this slide though. You see, this slide's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, here's this is a good slide. I like
look,
this slide.
the ace is kind of turning around. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look, both of the aces are in like the same spot.
They're
Look
both
at
like
that.
synced up. Oh my gosh. Now you see
Oh,
Space Black Eco
another
coming out.
different. Oh, look, hey, look, we get to see at Harris's farm prestige. It's 3. Yep.
So I'll tell you a funny story, Cologne. I never actually prestige any of my towers, even though I had the opportunity to do so. Because like I always wanted to just be like plain as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You can also just like turn it off. There is an option in the settings that just says don't show them, but
Right.
you know, both work. Both are valid.
All right. Round 8 incoming. I really wish
Hopefully.
I saved that leftover pizza for now instead of yesterday because holy crap, my stomach is grumbling.
Maybe there's something left in your fridge. You'll have with how oh my god, I'm stuttering. With how slow the game is going, you'll have time to pick it up.
Right. Oh, you know what? Oh, look at this! Look at this! We got Regen Zebras headed
Let's go
Mowl's
for
way.
a top path whiz.
Yeah, look at that. It's top path whiz right there. And it cleans up quite nicely, too. I mean, Mallow hasn't done anything crazy in reaction to this other than buying defense. Now he's going for a third farm, trying to stay honest in the farming game. Meanwhile, Harris, you see he's built up a third farm. He's playing Ace Bomb Farm.
It's a good strat on this map.
Yep.
Struggles a bit to the CMGs, but other than that, it has no real weaknesses.
So Mao needs to set up a Shimmer here for round 12, while Harris needs to be thinking about ETN 7, hopefully delaying
Shimmer,
that by some point.
Shimmer isn't worth buying here because Bomb Race gets I think it's 2 bonus camo damage, which makes it defend just about everything. So not buying Shimmer would actually be probably actively good so that Bomb Race gets the bonus camo damage.
Well, you see, Mao didn't just buy a Shimmer, he actually sold into a Necromancer. Alright. Competitive game so far, both players even on the farms as we head to round 14. Mao actually with a slight farm advantage, sorry. Which honestly is to be expected, with Harris playing an ETN strategy. I think it's actually quite impressive that he's been able to stay honest here, stay up to date in the farming game, given the state of this game. It's a fairly competitive game here so far.
Not very smooth though in terms of frame rate.
Yeah, it's kind of bumpy in that regard. Now, my question here is, round 17, that's when... So, really, I guess, when's the first round do you think these guys are going to pressure each other?
I think Maul will win to round 18 to send F mobs. Harris might send the regular Maul around 17, but other than that, I don't think he'll send anything other than maybe a 45 BFB. Maybe Tidelets, but Tidelets seem bad with the Sealy, so I'm not sure. I think it's just Moabs and BFBs. Maul will definitely send an FMG though.
See, my concern about Moabs. Let's suppose that Harris sends a Moab here. I just feel like Mao can respond sufficiently, with his defense, and that Harris would have to pack something else on top to have a chance. Say like send a
he
Moab
just
and
has
some
to
rainbows
commit too much
underneath.
money. Because Necromancer, he has a big rapier pile. He has Totem. He has well, basically bonus damage and everything. So you need to commit. Oh, Bobo 100 is playing
There you go.
Stormgate.
Ooh, 100 playing Stormgate. Okay. Is that a good game? I don't know. I haven't played it, so.
It's okay.
Okay. What's it about?
It's an RTS.
Okay. F Moab
I
headed
think that's,
Harris's way. He's going to instantly boost it.
Thruster on first and a good bomber. Yeah, there we go. Should defend the. Well, we'll find out if it defended.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was right. It should defend that. Now for rear, she'll probably need an assassin and whatever the top path 4th tier bomb is called. I forgot the name of it.
Mao lightening up on his eco a little bit just to keep Harris honest and threaten the possibility of sending another F Moab while
Is he really
Harris
not
is
gonna
off
rush?
boost. But I am surprised, Cologne, that Mao. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
Totem should just defend this. Totem should just defend
Onto
this.
Mao with an F Moab plus some regen rainbows underneath, a Zeely 3 coming out, plus the totem, plus the boost. It is going to defend, but Mao without all of his defense resources for quite some time. And round 20 is coming up. Both these players need to get some good farms up before round 20 comes around. You see neither player affording a T4, but Mao, actually with a better farm config. He's got 320 farm plus 2x203 farm, now being sent an FBFB his way. Again, what an exciting slideshow of events that you're seeing right here. Let's see what happens on the next slide. The X3X wizard on Mao's side of the screen. Harris piling on the pressure, but Mao able to fend it off with the Phoenix. Round 22, ZUMG is available. Harris has played the drain game here, and I mean, he's draining, he's sending a lot. I think his farms don't quite show it, but his defense does. Harris with paper-thin defense at this point in the game, when an FZUMG is regular ZUMG, just anything of the likes could be quite dangerous.
Mao's a pretty valid player, actually. He might, instead of sending an FCMG, which I think would be the smart play, he might opt to try to take the game to DDTs and later try to check Harris on his micro for assassins, because he doesn't have the money to afford Bloom Crush, probably doesn't have the money to afford more than one bomb blitz, so Harris will need good micro defend. Oh, there's the FMG.
Oh, there we go.
I think. Yeah, okay. There.
Mao waited until round 24 to get the $1,000 discount on the FCUMG, and now Harris has to deal with that FCUMG. Needs to be able to DPS this down and find some way to clean up the insides. He's got one of those Operation Dartstorms up right now, but he's going to need more than that, I think, to break this down. He's got to get some ground zero micro.
He should be able to just ground zero one time and be fine. I'm not sure what he's microing his ODS and making it fly off the screen, but he is having fun with that.
Now it's down to FBFBs. Harris nearly ready to do the ground zero micro. Oh, but the FBFBs popping into FMOABs, giving him a limited amount of time to execute the micro. He nonetheless gets it done.
And he made it out without selling any farms. That's pretty surprising.
Yep. That was definitely game on the line, Cologne, so he had to do something scary right there.
Now, the Rand things are gonna start to get bad for Harris. Yeah. This is the problem with this strat. It's just after selling for GC, you need to start just microing GCs. You start running out of money. You can't keep up with any permanent defense. What you need to do here as Harris is you need to afford Mob Eliminator. If you don't afford Mob Eliminator, you'll spend too much money defending CMGs. Mob Eliminator is the only efficient way to defend the ramp CMGs, and I don't think he knows about that. It's a pretty obscure upgrade.
So this is just a regular ZOMG. Again, Harris with another chance to just to ground zero this one down, but then round 26 going to be a concern, as Mao is going to set a ramped FZOMG. Now we also need to be thinking about the fact that Mao is playing a little skinny on his side of the screen right now. No Prince of Darkness, no Ace on screen, right? He could be susceptible to a choke rush.
He does know about the Elam, which is really surprising. That's like a really obscure upgrade that I did not think
FDET headed Harris's way. This could be the killing blow to win the game. Ground zero has to come out a little too early for Harris. He nonetheless cleans it up with Operation Dartstorm and the ground zero. And
yeah, but no, this just defends until round 30. If he gets well, he needs to micro
Group D, FDETs!
Elam does enough damage that never mind. Okay.
Mao takes
I
the
would have
game.
loved to see that in at more than 5 FPS, but unfortunately we don't get that.
Yeah, it's just
I'm gonna see if Emo can get Harris to stream.
it could have been a little bit more exciting to watch if it was, if it was in video form instead of picture form. I feel like over the years, I feel like Microsoft PowerPoint just hasn't evolved enough.
Yeah, I mean the animations are really cool and stuff, but yeah, they just haven't aged that well.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing which upsets me, Cologne. Right? In 2007, right, we switched over from a really, really elegant, very professional font such as Times New Roman as kind of the default for everything to Calibri.
I'm not a fan of Calibri.
I think the switch from Times New Roman to Calibri as default font, I think that was the start of the downfall of society. Now the real downfall, like when it really went bad, was when Harambe got killed back in 2016.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? Yeah, but
I think really people don't like Calibri.
I don't like Calibri.
No one likes it apparently.
I mean, we could have went with like Cambria or something, right? We could have went with Arial, right? But
Comic
no,
Sans,
we
yeah.
have to go Calibri, right? Do you realize how much ink that font burns when you put it on? Like, it doesn't even have to be on bold,
Well,
right?
I don't
You just
use a
increase the
printer,
font
so
size a
fine.
bunch. It just burns a bunch of ink.
I don't have to deal with that because I don't really use printers. I could just send the PDF and it's usually enough.
Voldora suggesting Comic Sans.
That seems to be the optimal choice.
I don't know. I read that comment and then I understand that okay, we could have stooped a little lower, but I guess we'll just live. I guess we just have to live with Calibri, right? I mean, think about this, Cologne. Can you so right now you're seeing this game. It's being the interface is being populated with the fonts called Luckiest Guy. Can you imagine if that font was Calibri instead?
I don't think I want to. Like you can't. None of the letters even have capitalization. Like how are you like? You're gonna get marked off points on your essay because you didn't capitalize the first letter on your E. You can't do it.
I mean, there you go. My point's proven. So, anyways, we went from seeing a slideshow to seeing a completely black screen. So I have now no clue what's happening in the match.
So
at all.
it was smooth, but
it was smooth. But
now we don't get to see.
Now we're just seeing black. You know that song by the Rolling Stones? You paint it black.
Yeah.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black. No colors anymore. I want to paint it black. Oh, wait, there we go. This game. Okay. So, the match. That's right.
Is he going to silly whiz ace again?
This is so weird, dude. This is a Kurum strat. This is a certified Kurum strat.
This is a Kurum strategy. You're right.
But I do want to point out here that I think Harris taking some notes from Super Tiger again with the sunglasses on Adora, right? Adora 3 helping to burn through.
So maybe it's actually a bad play. Maybe it makes her too confident.
So here's something I'm nervous about here. Watching the Ace handle spaced white defense here on this map. But you see Mao able to actually make it work.
Bomber is actually really, really good on this map. It's surprising. You won't really need to worry about anything leaking until round 9-ish.
Okay. Yeah, he's actually doing a pretty good job here.
It's just expensive to get up in the first place. And you can see that by the fact that Mao was just getting his first farm up, and it's already halfway through the plantation.
This is going to be interesting. I mean, it just feels like that maybe Harris could just income his way, just farm his way to a win.
Yeah, I think Harris can probably just like chill, maybe send like a round 10 rush force Necro early, and probably be fine from there. I just think Mao won't have enough money.
It's round 8. And look at the aggression on Harris as he gets up the plantation. I think he senses that Mao is just in a position where he's just not able to punish right now.
Well, it's round 8. There's nothing you can really send in the first place, but if you go for round 9, then yeah, you would definitely be right. Nothing Mao could really afford to do. Because yeah, now this is the problem with Glittered. He just for $19 quintillion to get Necromancer
here,
up.
Well, it's not.
Bomber is strong. Yeah, he got the 201 Wiz. That's not the class that you want for your Necromancer, so you'll need to buy a second Wiz, and you'll sell that Wiz, take a sell loss, while already being in a spot where you just have no farms, low eco, because he needed to get up the Bomber Wiz early. It's just, you just have no money.
I see some
Oh,
good
he's
black
going
eco
for
coming
an
out
Arcane
from
Mastery?
Harris, putting a lot of pressure on Mao, now turning it into a boosted rush with zebras and purples on
I
top.
don't think committing here is a good idea. Yeah, he just has not rushed to Sealy. He doesn't know.
Mao with, I mean, that's okay. He's got suitable camo. He's got okay camo defense right here. I think he's playing skinny on the camo defense, Cologne, just because this is Depot. Both players are going to be skinny on cash, and Harris also has to balance the thought of greeting farms if he really wants to do that. Look at this, more rushing from Harris, declining to go with extra farms, instead going for a big rush right here, and it's big. It's making its way through.
Yeah, this should defend. They shouldn't die here.
Actually, a misplay here. So, again, Harris had a big decision whether or not to go for an extra farm or try and pressure Mao. Tried to pressure Mao, did not get what he wanted, and Mao was actually caught up on the income game.
He's still way behind. He probably has like 600 eco. And also, is still the Wizard Ace. But
More check rushing here from Harris, trying to force something.
Why is he rushing his Sealy? Okay, this is why I hate heroes. You just can't rush them.
He's gonna go again.
He's rushing.
Sold the farm. Oh, it's the Rams to win the game.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Purple's on top. Will it get through? Mao is going to burn through the rush.
Oh,
no,
what?
not entirely. Harris takes it.
That was a really stupid rush, and it just, I guess, his Steve Breath wasn't boosted, and that's what caused problems.
Harris saw a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, as slim as it was. Once he saw that Mao exercised Ezili 3, and just went for it. I mean, he just went for it, dude.
No, I just think that he noticed that he spent too much money on useless rushes because he was rushing a Sealy, and that is just always useless. And at that point, he committed too much money. He needed to commit to something, and that was probably the best choke rush he could go for.
Well, that was definitely action-packed right there. That game ended a lot sooner than I thought it was going to end. I was definitely expecting both those guys to kind of just greet the farms and take it to a point. I was expecting Harris honestly just play passive and take it to a point where he could just have a massive money advantage. But
yeah, me too.
I do feel like I just don't agree with the decision there to try and pressure on round 13. I don't know. I think you were also shaking your head at like the round 15 rush, right? Before the choke
rushing a Sealy at any point at all, period, past round 13 is a mistake. Always.
I mean, they did give a minor buff to Necro too to give it more consistent DPS recently.
Yeah.
So H3XXXX says we need more laser singing. Well, I do have a Spotify with songs on it. What's up?
What's your favorite song? Kind of curious.
Ooh, man. Shoot. That's really hard to pin down, but I will say that I'm a huge like Joji fan. So Demons by Joji is so good, dude. Still waiting. I'm still waiting for new Joji music in 2024, though.
Yeah, you should take a look at the scoreboard. I noticed something changed.
So what happened?
You know, I think the font looks pretty nice.
I I'm going to cry, dude. I really am living in a sinking ship. My life is going downhill now. So, anyways, game 3. Series tied 1-1. We're trying to decide who takes a 2-1 lead. Both players with the Dora, Ace, Farm. What do you think the third tower is? Angie? Yeah, it's.
I mean, it's NG. I don't like Adora because the entire point of AFE is to go Jericho and kill them with a big Rushers late game with decoy and the discount. And then you go Adora, which has neither of those, but you know, whatever.
Man. How long has that text been up there? I want to know.
I think
I
it's
want
only
answers.
been up there since like the end of last game.
Oh my god. So I'm
do
giving
like
an ad
Popology.
on Twitch. Poker tip number 1. Play a World Series of Poker. It's free. Play
My
now.
poker tip number 1 is keep gambling.
Remember, kids, 90% of gamblers lose before they hit it big.
It's true.
The best way to solve poverty is by building a casino in an impoverished location.
Now, we'll
I mean,
make,
if they're
that will solve poverty for
don't
some
laugh
of them.
at me. They are willing to give away millions of dollars to someone, anyone who's lucky enough to just
Yeah,
bet it all on red.
you could say that.
I mean, it's not like people go to a casino and end up in like tens of thousands of dollars of crippling debt, right?
That would never happen. It just seems like fake news.
Yeah. So, really interesting things happening right here as you see that that Kurum has gotten a plantation. Meanwhile, Harris on the right side of the screen with 2x2 farms and an unupgraded farm. So, radically different farming strategies here exhibited in the first 8 rounds. And now round 9 about to come around without both players having mandatory defense against Regen Zebras. Regen Zebras headed against Mao. Mao going to...
This is such a bad rush.
This is so weird.
The entire reason you go Adora is that you don't die and then you try to kill it. That's a terrible rush.
Do you want to
did
point
try,
out
though.
here? So, yeah, he did try. He tried to get action. Now round 11 incoming.
I guess one thing that might come from that rush is that the level 3 ability for Mao was off on cooldown, so he could boost Camel's Hebrews, maybe get something through Force Panic. It's just he spent too much money on that, and he just pissed away all his money, and now just look at the farm difference.
Yeah, because I think Harris needs to be playing. He needs to play super aggressive here with his farms to have a shot to stay in this game. And I think if he does go for like a really aggressive upgrade here, Cologne, I think Mao is just going to respond with a check rush that's going to put him out of contention.
Honestly, no. I just think all that Mao needs to do is just also go for a bank on his side, and he just wins.
Here we go. So Harris goes for the bank.
And yeah,
Mao
and
also goes for the bank. And yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I think your assessment is correct here, Cologne, because now Mao gets to enjoy an income advantage for free.
Yeah, and I mean, Harris just doesn't have enough farms on his side to be able to pressure period after sending that round 9 rush for some reason. And yeah, he'll need to resort to some weird round 16, round 18 choke rushing to really get any value. Maybe try to get banks all cash for early. I don't know. It's just not. He's just not in a good spot.
I do feel like
Yeah,
you know,
he's trying to save money here, and Mao was just going for foam to not choke.
Okay.
That's stupid.
That's interesting. And I mean, he kept Mao honest by not ecoing here, but This is weird doing this against a non-Jericho setup.
I mean, yeah, it's fine to go for a round 16 balloon trap. It's just stupid to cash it, to cash out your bank.
Right, because now he doesn't have an obvious pathway to get a T4 farm.
No, I'm just more worried about now he doesn't have the money to choke rush.
Actually, yeah, okay, that too. But Cologne, I think yeah, I think you're on point with this analysis here because Mao hasn't put any pressure on Kurum, sorry, the J, the J, right?
Yeah,
Harris. Mao's just been able to enjoy his income lead. You could just ride this out to round 30 and kill, right? Is that how this is gonna go?
I wouldn't even kill. I would just try to defend as long as possible. He just doesn't have the money to send more than maybe like 4 F-Beds, and he can afford. Mao can afford Ultra Boost. He has that kind of money.
Here's an F Moab headed Harris's way. Adora 3 coming out, looking for that value defense right there. I think
that should be good with
somehow value
Ultra
defend
at the
this. Yeah,
back.
there you go.
Now for rerush, she doesn't have anything though, so I don't think it's worth the rerush though. Moment.
Right.
Oh, I don't
Another
like
F
this.
Moab with some
I think
cerams
this is
underneath.
stupid. He can just sack something and be fine. Well,
Huh?
we'll get to find.
We'll get to find out here.
We'll,
Good
micro from Harris.
Used. F Moab still going to be an issue here. ODS coming out on Harris's side of the screen, and the F Cerams are going to pop through the trap. Mao takes the win, and while this was all happening,
order.
Emil playing. Why is the text?
Comic Sans. Cool font. Yeah, Harris had good micro, but he just did things in the wrong order. He needed to sack the double guns before doing everything else, and if he did that, he would have defended. But no, it was a mistake that it's really easy to make.
This I'm sorry. The font's getting to me here. I just the font
problem?
micro.
What's the problem?
I just you know.
Yeah,
like,
did you know this entire overlay is a web page?
it's interesting. It's.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird.
I mean, it's a hell of a setup, right? It's definitely. I mean,
It's
I just feel like
interesting.
I'm gonna have nightmares though. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. About the font.
It's a cool font. Look, it's kind of curvy and cool.
It's got curves in the wrong places, Cologne. That's what concerns me.
Oh, is that just a 5? I thought it was just a 3. That was over already.
That's rude. Don't say that to a font.
Why do they go for triplets? I hate you.
Listen. I call it as it is. All right, I call it as it is. Right. I mean, I guess we can't go any. It can't get any worse, right? It can't possibly get any worse, right? I feel like this is the worst that the font could get.
I think Mao's taking a victory lap at this point.
This is okay. This is interesting. He's got wait, I forgot which one of the, so J is Harris, right?
Yes, Harris is the one on the tablet.
Okay. So we got Fedora, Dark Mortar Farm, a classic from Harris. Meanwhile, Mao is doing Ace once again.
He's doing something. Probably like I don't know. I was gonna say probably Ace Farm Glue, but that's stupid. I don't know what he's going.
I mean, this just feels like
Ace Farm Glue is bad because it is Ace Farm, but it's bad because the Ace hits straight darts, and that makes the Boso Solver not do good damage because it needs to use full Pierce every single time, and that makes it waste Pierce a lot of the time. So I don't have zero clue what his third is.
So on the right side of the screen, Mao sending his Ace Monkey on a kamikaze mission. Meanwhile,
I'm actually just gonna look at a list of towers and just try to figure out what it could possibly be.
Okay. boost coming out on Mao's side of the screen as the space whites are coming through. Mao needs to afford some kind of defense here to keep himself honest. He's already leaked down to 105. If he doesn't do anything here soon, this could very well be a tied 2-2 series.
Alright, it could be either Alk or it could be Mortar. Those are the two that I think are possible.
Okay. Bomber race on Mao's side of the screen now. And now you can just micro that thing up and down and be relatively safe until at least round 9.
I don't think he would go for Bomber Race with Mortar though, so I think it's Alk. But that's a pretty bad loadout. And also, if you're going Alk, you would rather go never. I don't. Maybe it's not Alk. I have no clue what it is.
A lot of weird stuff happening here. I'm not gonna lie. There you go. There's another farm upgrade there from Harris.
Harris missed the anti-soul this round, so that's good for Malo.
Harris decidedly with the farming lead, already at 2x200 farms. With Mao, meanwhile, one of his farms only at 100, and Harris gonna go for a third farm.
He has Fedora ability. He's facing whatever that is, so he can get away with it. No problem. As long as he can afford a spot and like Bernie on round 11, he doesn't need to be afraid of anything. Especially with the fact that Mao needs to keep ace microing, as Volcano pointed out. So that's the second. It is Alk. He's going for Never. Okay, not Nemesis, whatever it's called. Oh yeah, it is Nemesis. It's called Nemesis. My brain is breaking from watching whatever Mao was doing.
Interesting.
I just said, why is he not sending LEDs when he had a bomb race on the screen? I don't know what it's doing to me.
Alright, both players playing a little skinny right now, but we still don't expect any rushes to come out anytime soon. I think the farming game is keeping both these guys honest with regards to
Run 13
whether or not
rush from Harris would definitely be smart. Try to force Alkbuff on the Nemesis. But I think Harris is just he's too. I'm stuttering. Why am I?
Little check rush here.
But Harris is playing too scared right now.
He's playing very scared. I mean, he's got the plantation upgrade anyways. Now he's going to get sent some rainbows around 14.
He has
Fedora 3 is going to clean that up.
He has farms. He doesn't need to be worried about anything. He has boosts as well. Mao's also going whatever the hell he's going, so he doesn't need to be afraid of any rushes. He can't send anything big without.
Ooh, another rush here from Mao.
Without really.
It's going to force boost this time.
Basically being on a lot from Mao. He has considerable less eco. He has no real FCMG defense. It's just I don't think Mao has really any good things he can do.
Harris is definitely playing scared because you see how he's cross path that farm in that certain way right there?
Yeah. He's playing too scared. Like Mao can't pull out here. He doesn't have the money to. You have jugs. You can just buy double jug shell shock and that'll defend. Worst case scenario, you sell him the big one and you're fine.
Alright. So, while this was all going on, I think if we reset ourselves for a short while, we should point out here, Harris actually has the farming lead, and I think he's done a good job here. I think at this point he probably has a good eco lead here too.
Yeah, I don't think Mao has more than 700 eco right now, because his early game is so expensive.
Yep. Pretty aggressive.
Like, yeah, right now he's kind of struggling to keep up the yellow eco. He stopped for a second there, if you could see it.
Mm-hmm. Regular Moab headed Harris's way, gonna greet defend just fine.
Yeah, he doesn't need to buy that. Mao's not gonna re-rush. There's no point in buying that dart. Oh, yeah, I'm wrong. I'm stupid. Call me stupid. He's re-rushing. He's re-rushing with the
rainbows underneath.
Why did he boost?
That's weird.
You have double sharpshooter. You have mortars. Why did you boost?
Like he could have at least Fedora 3 if he really needed to.
He doesn't have the ability, but he doesn't need it. You have 2 sharpshooters and a jug and the 2-0 dart and that Bernie stuff mortar. Also, why is he still ecoing? It's round 19. It's B-side.
Yeah, it's just
Why are they both ecoing?
Mao's playing
This
super
does
skinny
not
right
go
now,
around
isn't he?
30. Mao is going ace farm elk. He will not defend more than one FCMG. Well, actually, maybe he will because they're both ecoing and have no money to rush.
Regular BFB headed Harris's way. Again, you can sense the frustration from Cologne on how both these players are playing. Really aggressive ecoing, implying that both these guys want to take this possibly to round 25 and beyond. Now ABAT coming out.
He also just, instead of buying Chains of Fate for 2k, he just chose to buy ABAT. That's also, like, you know, really smart. Very intelligent.
Round 22, ZOMG is available here. And... Yeah, I'm with you.
No, Mao's not gonna send one because he spent the last 28 years ecoing, and if he sends it, he's got all his eco is gone. There's no reason for him to ever send one. Same for Harris, because now that he spent all his money ecoing, he doesn't have any reason to actually try to go for a rush because he's gonna lose all his lead.
Yeah, I definitely
He's also
understand
aiming
your mindset
when
here.
you see
Yeah.
aiming chains at the front. Okay, well there goes the eco. Good, how did it feel? Good job.
Here you go. I mean, again, Mao did. I mean, he ecoed a lot, so I just wonder how he's going to get this defense done.
Yeah, he ecoed a lot, and now he doesn't have it anymore. And now because he gave him time to eco, and now Mao can afford like 15 ODSs.
ZOMG gonna go through the top
also
side
Mao,
of the screen.
I mean, Harris didn't even send an F mob or anything. He just watched it.
Mao needs some good ground zero micro here in order to have a chance to win this game. Now it's popped into FBFB as the first F ZOMG has. Waiting for the ground zero micro. Oh, he didn't get it in time! Tied series!
You could have just done that on round 22, but I guess that's just whatever. No, that wasn't GC bug. The GC popped the BFBs into the Rams.
Mao had about like a half-second window, I think, where he could have waited just a little bit longer to see if he could guarantee the kill on those FBFBs. He went just a little too early there on the FBFBs. Instead of popping them into Cerams, popping them entirely, they pop into Cerams, slip on through, and the deciding game 5 is about to occur.
I'm just upset that they ecoed for so long. I don't get why.
I'm definitely surprised too that given the state of the game that they didn't play around round 22, right? Because I felt like if nothing else, that was going to be a kill round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, Harris has Fedora sack. He can just sack a tier 4 farm and the FCMG makes it to the exit in literally half a round. It's just there's nothing Mao can do to defend it if he sends 2 FCMGs. It's just not possible on that map.
Counterpoint. Let's suppose that Harris does execute that strategy. Is there any counter rush play for Mao?
You have Chains of Fate. You have ABET. No.
Honestly, yeah. I think that's sound assessment right there. We're headed to the final deciding game 5 right here. Again, it's Kurum versus Jay.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say why is he going Acelia, but then I remember that Harris loves rushing at every possible opportunity. So.
I tell you what, Cologne, I was here at a time when we had Jericho Taquist farm meta, and people were rushing each other, just up each other's bums every day, right? Every day, every round 11, round 12, round 13, right? And there was a time and place for that, right? I just feel like this meta is not nearly as conducive to that kind of active play.
Yeah, you need to play a lot more for Drain in round 30. It's mostly because, one, Jericho doesn't send camels on round 4, and 2, people have gotten better at the game, except for, that's a straight up lie. No, a few people have gotten better at the game, but towers have gotten stronger.
Right.
and rushes have not really gotten stronger.
I mean, there's definitely been quite a bit of power creep, like over the past year in this game. As I think Ninja Kiwi has tried to make playing on the really difficult maps palpable, right? But
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen enough. I don't think we've seen enough nerfs to grouped eco to compensate for that, right? To make the larger maps, less boring.
I think the problem is that the difficulty of maps is too inconsistent that you can't just balance around it all. Like you gotta balance around like a general area, but
Right.
that ends up making either short maps stupid or long maps go around 500 trillion.
Right.
So I think some of the long maps just need to be just straight up removed from the game to try to make either remove a lot of the short maps or remove a lot of the long maps so that the difficulty is more consistent, that you can balance towers more accordingly to. If you make more long maps, you make towers worse. If you make more short maps, you make towers better, and that
Right.
kind of thing. But now, like if you make towers better, then
Oh,
short
look at
maps
this.
are gonna become like boom and mortar back, go around 35. But if you make towers
Boosting
worse,
action Mowl's way.
then short maps just become miserable. So.
Harris wanted to test Mao and his ace micro, and Mao held resilient, leaking only to 120 lives.
Yeah, the map's also really strong. It gets really good angles for the bombs, but it's not as good on left. It's a lot better on right side than left side for whatever reason. But shouldn't really matter too much.
Farming game relatively equal at this point. It's kind of hard to gauge the general income game.
Well, it's also hard to tell because we can't see what upgrades Mal has on that farm.
It's a 100 farm.
Love that mobile UI.
Yeah, it's a 100 farm right now. You see, he placed
it?
down the second farm right there. Oh, look at this! Look at this! More boosting from Harris. He's playing super
Messed up the
aggro
ace
right
micro.
now.
He might need a boost. He messed up the ace micro.
Oh
He
man, those
needs to
tanks are racing
micro
through.
it back up. He's not microing it back up for some reason.
Harris is getting
Yeah,
free
so-
leaks in.
Yeah, he messed up his ace micro there. He only microed it down, which made it kind of move at a standstill in the middle. If he micros it back up and then back down, it gets bombs 100% of the time and doesn't leak anywhere near as much.
Mao down to 30 lives after that mistake, and you see he still is staying competitive, however, in the farm game, but I think he's used up all of his mulligans for this match already, Cologne.
The only thing I know about mulligan is is redrawing your starting hand. I don't know what that means in this situation, but it did sound pretty cool.
Third farm coming out from Harris. I want to point out here that Harris has not yet fully cross-pathed that bomb. No button usage from Mao at this point in the game, although I think Mao has been reserved in doing that just because of the threat of ETN3. Now round 9 coming out, Zebras available. And look at Harris, he's going to send quite a few Zebras here.
I guess that forces heavy bombs, but that was bound to happen sooner or later anyways.
Right. I guess you got some free eco in the process here. Now you see Harris setting up the spike factory. Don't think there's any particular reason for any of these guys to rush. Mao's going to try anyways. Group right,
I don't like this
on
from
top.
Mao. He has bomb. Rushing bomb, Lamau.
Yeah, so I was a little. I mean, he did get the boost from Harris. I think Harris got scared because some of those purples could have raced past the slow fire rate of the bomb, and the spike factory was bought late. But can Mao do anything on the re-rush? He is floating quite a bit of cash, so he can either option farms or the rush.
He's good. Harris is going bomb farms back. What is he gonna force?
Here's a good. I mean, here's a good test right here with the cerams that are not going to do anything.
I was going for bank, or he's floating money in case of a rush that Harris is just not gonna send. He's going for bank. Okay.
Harris is going to double plant for round 14. Mao goes for the bank.
Bank.
Yep.
Harris is definitely in a better position here. He has more money. I think bank is really strong, but I don't think it's better than double plant.
I mean, the thing about it here is that Harris has more options for the mid game, right? If we think about Harris's position until around 20, it is a much stronger position, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think this is what would have happened if Harris didn't play like garbage on that depot game. It's just I think Mao was just relying on Harris choke rushing every round and then getting infinite value out of his Sealy. But if he doesn't do that, then I think Harris just gets stuck in a just get.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at this!
You know, you remember what I
Choke
said
rush.
about he's relying on Harris choke rushing?
We got
a second ago?
rainbows, cerams, and purples.
Well,
We're gonna make
it
it
worked this
through,
time,
and
but,
Harris
yeah.
wins.
I think that he was just relying on Harris doing that several times and then draining himself. But this time he just killed.
Harris takes the series on a gut check choke rush. It was cerams, it was rainbows, it was zebras, it was purples. I'm not sure if it was all of that, but there was definitely cerams, there was definitely purples, and it was definitely a choke rush that Mal was not prepared for. And he loses the game on what really should have been a defendable rush that would have altered the fate of this series.
I don't think it would have. Harris, after a lot, he still had double plan, double to 0-0 farm, and back late game, which is better than whatever garbage Mao has. It's just, I don't think Mao can really do anything to win after Harris didn't voluntarily choose to self-drain himself.
So, Harris takes the tournament win in B2 Popology weekly number, what is this, number 24 or something? I mean, we've been doing a lot
I think
of these.
it's 23. I can just look up the Twitch title. It'll probably
It's 24,
right?
yep.
24.
Number 24. So, there's your final tournament bracket. Any closing thoughts on the tournament Cologne?
I'm just kind of, I'm still a little bit stunned from the fact that the first like 5 games all had sniper. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't really have many thoughts on it. Unfortunately, I'm just kind of sleepy.
We definitely saw some action-packed games here today, so definitely some commendable performances. Some weird plays, but I don't know. There's I mean, it's not like I could have done any better, honestly, because like, I mean, you all have seen me play, right? I just end up dying at choke rushes.
Honestly, I think you could have played better than Harris did in some of those games.
Well, there's I don't know, there was a degree of rushing that I just would not have exhibited in those guys' positions.
Yeah, and I think that's the right play.
Yeah.
Like they sent a lot of choke rushers and just sent money away, and like in that B-side game, the Mao sent like 28 different rushers that shouldn't have ever forced anything at all, and then Harris just decided to buy defense for whatever reason, or boost, or what, you know, they both played terrible.
Yeah.
Harris played well in the Cobra Command game. He did choose to finally not choke rush on round 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or 14 consecutively and have no money.
Right, right. Yeah, because at the time
he did get bored in round 16 though. He couldn't keep that up.
I guess you know, you're playing an exciting video game. Sometimes you need a little bit of stimulus, right? And that stimulus comes in the form of rushing.
Sending bad rushes.
Yep. But hey, it worked. It worked. I mean, he sent a rush. He sent those cerams, right? He sent those check cerams. Sent that choke rush, and Malva choked.
Yep.
So, in any case, I'll be out of this sinking.
Yeah, sinking ship. Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Now you get it. Now you get it. All right.
Yep, I do get it.
I'm a man of many jokes, Cologne. I have very good sense.
Many of them, yes. I heard. I think I heard one.
Yeah, that's greater than 0.
It is. Yes, it is. It is more than 0.
Yep. Yeah, I take payment in Reddit Karma, by the way. So just so you guys know.
Yeah, and you can take tips in Reddit Gold as well.
Yeah. So you can send me like Reddit Gold. That helps me like pay my bills, so I can live.
Do you actually make money from that? I don't.
No, I don't.
That can't be true. Okay.
No.
No, like, but can people make money from Reddit Gold? Is that an actual
My understanding
thing?
is no. My understanding is no.
Okay.
You've been upvoted, kind stranger. Thank you so much.
What's the Reddit lingo? I'm sure there's something weird we can say.
Yep. Is there anybody we can raid?
Doing Big Bailey is live, I think.
Okay, I guess we can raid Bailey then. Hey everybody, make sure you get some clips of all the exciting stuff that happened during this tournament, by the way. So that way, I mean, I'd love to see more of those highlight videos, honestly, and honestly, just occupying the Twitch account with cool clips to watch. It's always fun because I was looking back at some of the clips from some of the other weeklies right before I hopped back in and commentated this one. So
Yeah, that video was pretty fun. Unfortunately, this tourney didn't really have much other than choke rushes and chokes, but and also Churchill's on first, I guess.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. In this
he has
case,
been
I'll be
unrated.
yeah, I'll be out of here. So
Oh, see you.
GG's.
Well done to Harris for restraining himself from the choke rushes in that final game.
Oh man. I'll keep in touch with the community, per usual. So I'm still not yet interested in coming back to the game, but like, I still like just hanging around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oop.
Make sure you click the end stream button this time. I think last time.